Hello, I'm Mooney Starr, General Manager of the Mark Martin Automotive Group. We're back today here at our Mark Martin Ford Kia location right here in Batesville here in Southside. And we're going to preview some of our pre-owned cars here today. But let me make mention to you, if you're new to the area or if you hadn't seen our show yet, we're an hour and a half from anywhere. That's right, we're in Batesville, Arkansas on Highway 167. If you're in the Little Rock area, we're an hour and a half straight up the interstate. You get on Highway 67, come to Bald Knob, to 167, come 27 mile, you're here. It's an hour and a half the most. If you're in the Conway area, it's an hour and a half straight across 64, come straight up the same way. If you're from Mountain Home, it's the same distance. It's a little less than an hour and a half through the snaky roads, but you can come here if you want to save money. Or if you're in the Jonesboro area, come straight across to Newport, come 14, right here to Batesville, right here in Southside, Arkansas. It's called in Batesville, right here on the south side of Batesville. So we're on Highway 167. We got our Ford store right here. We got our Kia store next door. We keep over 125 to 150 pre-owned cars at all times at this one location. Now let me make mention too, at markmartinautomotive.com is our website. You can check out all of our stores. We have a Chevrolet Buick GM store at Ash Flat. They keep 100 to 125 pre-owned cars. Then you can go to Mark Martin Chevrolet in Melbourne, Arkansas. They keep over 100 pre-owned cars. So we've got 350 pre-owned cars at all times here at markmartinautomotive.com. Now what I want to stress to you, as you can see, everybody gets on, hollers the same thing about their cars and this and that. Let me stress to you about this. We're not about numbers here, okay? We're not about the big numbers that you see in the cities. They're all about numbers, numbers, numbers. You'll see a manager come into a store, 6 months, that manager's gone to another store, he's already changed shirts. That's not what we're all about here. We got the same managers, the same people. When you repeat customer, come back in 2 or 3 years and trade again, you're going to see the same people. We started January of 2004 with the Mark Martin Ford, and we've built into 6 separate locations, okay? So the way we've continued to grow is we take care of our customers. And we're not trying to sell everybody. We can't sell everybody. We're understaffed to sell everybody. We're interested in just selling you. We want to save you money. And the way we're going to save you money is on your pre-owned car, whether we sell to you or whether we trade with you. And the way I'm going to stress that is you know, in the city, I'd say they're going to have these cars priced. They got new cars priced to gut cheap to get your attention. Well, when you get there, they're only going to have one of those new cars, or if they've only got one of those cars in stock, they try to switch you. It's called bait and switch. They're going to try to switch you over to this other car, sell you that car. Or a lot of times they've got these cars advertised at $199 a month. That's right, $199 a month for the first 12 months. Then your 13th payment goes to about $350 a month. You'll never see any ads like that on any of the Mark Martin stores, whether it be print or whether it be on TV or whether it be radio. Whatever we advertise is what we're going to do. We stand on a reputation. Mark Martin has drove NASCAR for 150 years, and he's the most respected driver in the garage area because he does what he says. I've been in the car business for 38 years. I still live on a reputation. I try to keep a good one. I try to do what I say, and all of our managers do the same thing. So whatever we tell you is what we're going to do. And let me tell you this, we don't use a Kelly Blue Book or an NADA book or a black book. We go off our gut feeling on what cars are bringing and what they're worth at the current time. What I mean by that, somebody said, well, I looked on Kelly, mine's worth it. Well, did you look on Kelly and look at mine? Kelly said yours is worth this. Have you ever sat down and called Kelly and said, Kelly, will you write me a check? That don't happen. What happens here at any of our stores, we write you a check. It's real money. We don't inflate the figures. We don't blow our numbers around. It's going to be real money, and I promise you we're going to win. These guys are going to gut out this car for you, this new car, and it's going to be dirt cheap, it sounds like. But when you've got a $6,000 car and they're offering you $2,500 and you stomp around and you're aggravated, just give us a try. That's all I'm asking for you. Well, while we get started here today, let's preview some of our pre-owned cars as we get started. Hey, we're going to start today with a 2014 Fiesta. Now, let me tell you, these cars look a little rough today. There's pollen in the air this time of the year, so we try to rinse them off about every 2 or 3 days. But we got a 2014 Fiesta. This car had 3,000 miles. I literally have the twin to it right next door. That's 17.9 is sticker on the car. There's very little markup. I'll sell you this car for $13,995. That's a $4,000 savings for 3,000 miles. This is not a hubcap car and a stick shift car. It's an automatic car with cloth interior, with the hard wheels, with a hatchback. This car's $13,995. So here's just one of my first comparisons right here. Compare this car. Why would you buy that new one and walk over here? It's $17,900. Knock off the $500 markup there is. I'm going to sell it to you for $16,800, so to speak, because I'm going to get in my holdback. Why not buy this car for $13,995? Start out $3,000 cheaper than your neighbor did on a brand new car with 3,000 miles. So we're going to move this car on, but I'm telling you, that car's literally brand new. It's a program car, got 3,000 miles. It's a little SE. It's not a base S car. That's an SE car. Let me mention to you now, as I mentioned to you before, we're here at our Ford store, okay? Here's our Ford store. Right next door is our Kia store. We have all makes and models. We carry everything. So our next car is going to be a Chevrolet. That's a Ford car. You think, well, they're supposed to have Fords. I want to tell you, we carry it. Doesn't matter what kind of brand. We've got Dodges, we've got Chevrolets, we've got Lexus, we got Infinitis. You name it, we got it. If we don't have it, we can get it. We go to auctions at least 2 to 3 days a week. We stay up on the market. We know what cars are worth. Our cars, we're not drowned in. We stay on top of the market as far as that. And when you bring yours in, we know what to give you for your car. Compare this. Most people's going to have 13s for what we're going to sell you a 14 for. This is a 14 Captiva, a beautiful ice blue, chrome luggage rack with the chrome hard wheels on it, cloth interior. This little car has 9,000 miles. Okay, I'm mentioning single digit mile cars. Everybody puts 15, 18,000 mile a year on a car. This car has 9,000 miles, $21,995. Compare that price around, you're going to find 13s. Most people's going to ask you 21, 22 grand for 2013s. This is a 2014 Chevrolet Captiva LT for $21,995. Beautiful ice blue. As we move that car on, we're going to bring her next. But that's a nice little rig with only 9,000 miles on it. Well, you hear about those stories about the little old man, the cream puff. They don't even make them anymore. We actually have that story right here. This is a 2011 Ford Ranger Sport. And the Sport consists of the fender flares, color-coded bumpers all the way around. It's got the aluminum alloy wheels, chrome rails, automatic, extended cab. Now, you're listening to me on the mileage on a 2011? 15,000 miles. That's right, I want to stress to you, it's bright red, it's 15,000 miles. I'll gas your car up and send you anywhere in the state of Arkansas to compare apples for apples. You can't find a truck like this. Number one, they don't make them. Number two, you're not going to find one with 15,000 miles on it, a 2011. I'll sell you this little truck right here for $19,995. Dealers are welcome to come. We'll wholesale sometime. Dealers will buy this truck because they put it on a big lot. They're going to ask $23,995 because you can't find them. We'll sell it to the consumer right today for $19,995. It's absolutely brand new and it's a Sport. So we're going to take it on out, but I want to tell you something. It's got the steps on it. It's got the vent visor. It's got sliding back glass. That truck can't last. And if you're looking for a little truck, you can't find one. This is a little trade-in car we took in here. And the reason I brought this car in is I want to let you know that we carry everything. Not only do we carry every makes and models, we've got $40,000 and $50,000 pre-owned cars. We also got graduations right around the corner. Somebody graduating high school, you're looking for a cheaper car. Right here's a 09 Hyundai Elantra with 83,000 miles for $99,995. Now, I have people all the time saying, hey, I'm hunting my kid a car, I want to spend $6, $7 grand. I hate to be the one to inform you, but it's hard to find a car for $6 or $7 grand that's got good miles on it. Not telling you you can't find a good car with 130,000 because these cars are built to go anymore. But let me tell you something, it's hard to find one under 100,000 with warranty still left. This car's got 83,000. It's a nice little car, white with 10 automatic for $99,995. So with graduation right around the corner, 30, 35 mile, you want to send your kid to college, I wouldn't be afraid to send mine in this little car. Super nice car for under 10 grand. So we'll move on to our next car, but that's a super nice little car for $99,995. Our next little car is going to be a showpiece that everybody's looking for, a 427R. This is a Roush Mustang. We're one of the few Roush dealers in the state and actually in this part of the country. This is a Roush Supercharged 427R, which is a hard car to find, very rare. And I want to tell you what's even more rare is the color of this car. You'll find white ones, black ones. You're going to very, very hard to find a maroon one. They built very few of these. This car is a automatic car, leather, spoiler, wheels. It's a 427R. If you're familiar with the Roush cars, you know what this car is. I got this car for $28,995. It's a $58,000 car. You're going to be going down the road. You're going to go to car shows. You're going to tool around in it, and people think you're in a $50,000 or $60,000 car, and you're in this car for $28,995. And I'm going to tell you something. It's sitting on a brand new set of unirolls. The car's brand new, in and out, burgundy with black leather. Super nice car. So we're going to bring on our next car. And if you don't really want to spend that much money, we got a little bit of cheaper one here. If you want to put it in a car show, if you want the same thing. This is an 03 Jack Roush edition with 82,000. This little car is a stick shift, 5-speed car here. Now, are you listening to me? $11,995. You don't find regular Mustangs for that kind of money, under 100,000. I've got you a Roush Mustang, $11,995. Here's the good part about these cars. You drive them, you play with them for 3 or 4 years, you do whatever you want. A lot of people buy them, play with them. They come back 3 or 4 years, they're ready for a new toy. I'll give more money on these Roush Mustangs than anybody in the state. And the reason I say that is they call me all over the state. There'll be somebody in Fort Smith, Arkansas. There'll be somebody in Fayetteville. There'll be somebody in Jonesboro. They'll call and say, Mooney, we're trying to trade for a Mustang, a Roush. What's it worth? They know we keep up the market. We keep them in stock at all times. So as we move on to the next car, here's you one right here for only $11,995, and that's a bad little toy right there. I've always told you that we keep jacked up trucks and we keep hot rods. We just traded for this little old car, an 06 Mustang GT. It's got an aftermarket hood on it with the spoilers in it, the air dams in the front, black stripes, the GT wheels. This car right here is $16,995. Same as I'm telling you before. These new GTs are close to 40 and 45 grand. You got the same look, the feel, the ride, and the drive for $16,995. That's less than $17,000 for an 06, super nice car, traded right here in on a new one. It's been through our shop. It's a 100-point inspection. Everything's right on the car. Anytime you buy a pre-owned, if it's not right, we'll make it right. We don't want you to be out nothing. You bought a car, you spend all you want to spend, we're going to take care of it. Here's a super nice car. So as that car goes out, super nice car with a 5-speed, horsepower is all you can hear. Let me tell you what we got right here. You Toyota people love these little Tacomas. Here's a super nice little old truck right here that's absolutely brand new. And what I say by brand new, I can't see a chip on a truck anywhere. It's sitting on a brand new set of Goodyear Wranglers that we just put on it. This is an 11 model. Now you listen to me. These trucks ain't broke into 200,000. Everybody knows that. I got a 2011 Tacoma with 24,000 miles. Only 24,000 miles on an extended cab Tacoma for $24,995. So a beautiful, beautiful color. It's a wine colored extended cab, aluminum wheels, it's a little automatic truck. And like I told you, we just put the tires on it. They got less than 3 miles on the tires for $24,995. So we're going to bring on our next truck. That truck can't last long. Super nice little old truck, bedliner, SR5 V6. Well, as I told you, we keep hot rods and we keep jacked up trucks. How about a Southern Comfort truck? This is a one-owner truck, a 2008 model Lariat with a Southern Comfort package with 92,000 miles. It's a one-owner. We know the owner. Mobil 1 synthetic 10W20 has been put in its whole life. We know the entire history of this truck. It actually doesn't have a pimple on the side of it. It doesn't have a skint nowhere. He babied this truck better than he did his wife, I think, because this truck has got tan interior, buckets, console shift. It's got a lift, got the two-tone paint. It's $28,995. You say, well, I can buy an 08 cheaper. You probably can, but you can't find an 08 with a $7,000 conversion on it for $28,995. We get you financed, we get you pre-qualified. We can take this truck out to 60 months. We can get your payment down where you want to be. You look like you're going down the road in a $60,000 truck. You're going down the road in a truck that's under 30 grand. $28,995. So that's a beautiful truck that's not going to last right there. With a Southern Comfort package, dual exhaust, all the equipment. Oh, check out this bad boy right here. This is a 2013 Challenger, Dodge Challenger, black on black, with the stripes, with the wheels on it, 11,000 miles. It has 11,000 miles. It's $23,995. $23,995. No, this doesn't have the Hemi in it. It's not the bad boy, but here's what you got. You got the same look, you got the same feel, and you don't pay the insurance premiums. You got the small motor. You're saving all that money on the payments on your car and your insurance, and you got the look. You tell me that's not a bad boy right there. It's a good-looking car. That's a 2013 Challenger with only 11,000 miles for $23,995. So as we move on to our next car, that's a super sharp car right there, 11,000 mile car. We went from hot rods to jacked up trucks. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of luxury. You talking about a beautiful conservative car. This is a 2013 Lincoln MKS with a panoramic roof. The entire sunroof is glass, light pale green with tan interior. I know it's Adobe green, but I'm telling you what it really is. It's a beautiful, classy, pale green with 16,000 miles on it. I want you to compare apples for apples. You're going to go look at this car, 55 to 60 grand anywhere. Then you got pre-owned ones. They're going to hit you up in the upper 30s for the pre-owned. I'm going to hit you $29,995. That's right, $29,995 for a 2013 MKS. That's literally brand new. Excuse me. It's got the hard wheels, panoramic roof, got nav, got all the equipment with only 16,000 miles. So as we move on, I want you to compare apples for apples. This car right here is a bargain at $29,995. Super nice car, an MKS, very conservative color, beautiful color. Well, let me tell you, if you've been shopping around for big SUVs, they're hard to find, especially with equipment. And they're not blowing you out because these new ones are 50, 60, and 70 grand. You've seen some of those new Chevrolets are 65, 70,000. You about have a heart attack and you walk up and look. Here's a 2013 Expedition Limited with leather. It's got 32,000 miles, tan interior, white over gold, beautiful color combination, probably about the best. Easiest to sell, white and gold. Brand new set of Goodyear Wranglers. This is $34,995. $34,995. So why spend that 55 grand when you're driving a 1-year-old rig, 1-year-old, and saving 20 grand? That's what you can do right here with this 13 Expedition. So we move on to our next. That can't last long because if you're shopping for one, you're going to find out that there's not any of them around. They're hard to find. I go to auctions 3 days a week. You can't find Tahoes or Expeditions because they're very hard to find, such as these right here. This is a 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sport. Same way, aftermarket tires and wheels. It's got a winch in the front, hid in the bumper, you can't even hardly see it. Soft top, but it's a 13 model with 11,000 miles. That's only 11,000 miles. So I've got you some very low mileage rigs right here. This thing's got 11,000 miles on it. It's $25,995. You go buy this Jeep brand new for about 31, 32 grand, okay? You say, well, that's 25.9, that's 5 grand, that's 5 grand. We're gonna throw 3 grand in for tires and wheels. I'll just save you 8 grand. We got a $1,500 winch on it. I just saved you $10,000 for only 11,000 miles. What do you want to do? I want to save $10,000 for 11,000 miles. Beautiful brown. Jeep's the funnest thing in the world. This time of the year, pop that top, get out, good fuel mileage. This is a nice rig that won't last. So we're going to move on to our next rig, but that little old Jeep right there is a sharp little old Jeep. Got 5 brand new tires and wheels. Well, here's what you call one of those little cream puffs that we traded for. It's a 2012 F-150 XLT with an EcoBoost. Hottest thing going. Some people say, well, I don't get that mileage. Then you're not driving it right. If you drive these things right, these little old rigs right here is going to get you anywhere from 19 to 22 miles a gallon. I got some buddies that's only getting 15 or 16, but they squeal their tires when they pull out. So you got to drive it right, but you're going to get 18 to 22 miles a gallon on these trucks. This little old truck right here is a local one owner. We sold it brand new to a gentleman here in town. I used to say an elderly gentleman, but he's actually about my age, so he's not really that elderly. But this guy bought this truck. He traded in for a 14. It's an XLT. It's got an EcoBoost. It's got the two-tone paint. So you'll say, hey, I compare apples to apples. That's what I always tell you. You compare. This is not a solid plain truck. Two-tone paint, chrome package. It's got the chrome wheels. It's got the chrome steps. It's got the fold-down armrest. Super nice truck, 39,000 miles. Are you listening to me? $28,995. It's already got the bug shield. It's got vent visors. So once you buy it, you're not gonna have to spend another $300 or $400 dressing it up. This truck is fully dressed up for $28,995. So this is gonna be a super nice little truck, won't last long. As we move on to our next truck, that is a super nice truck right there that's hard to find. This is gonna be even harder to find. And if you're a King Ranch lover, you know how hard they are to find. People that buy King Ranches continue to buy them because they love that interior. Nothing different on the outside other than the badging, but it's that interior, that beautiful soft leather. And in 2010, they switched over to a different color, even softer leather. This is a 2011 King Ranch with a cover, bed cover on it, with 39,000 miles. This truck right here is about a $58,000 to $60,000 truck. I'm going to sell you this truck today for $35,995. $35,995 for a 2011 King Ranch that's literally brand new other than the title and the year model. The tires are brand new on it. It doesn't have a rock chip on it. And I want to tell you this, you can't compare apples for apples because you can't find a used King Ranch and you sure can't beat my price. And I promise you where I'm going to kill them at is when you bring your trade, because you're going to have about an 06 or 07 King Ranch that you're going to trade in. That's where we win. As I told you earlier, we don't call Kelly. We've called her before and she's never answered the phone. So we don't need Kelly Blue Book. We know what they're worth. Give us a shot before you buy, and I promise you, we're gonna make you a customer for life. So we move on with that beautiful King Ranch. White with that King Ranch interior with the hard cover. That's a super sharp truck right there. Well, I told you we always keep lifted trucks and good looking trucks. This is a 2012 Dodge SLT with a 2-inch lift. We put a lift on it. We put a set of 22s on it, a brand new set of Nittos on the front and the rear. So we've got about $3,300 just in tires and wheels. These Dodges, this SLT package has got the toolboxes on the side. So if you work out of it, put your stuff in the back, on the sides, or if you just want a show truck, such as this is, tinted windows all the way around, vent visors with a lift on it, this truck right here is $31,995. $31,995. This brand new truck is going to cost you, it's a 12 model with 30,000 miles. It's not even broke in. This truck new is going to cost you $38 grand, and you're going to have to go spend the $3,500 for tires and wheels, another $500 for lift. So you've got over $42,000 with the lift and tires and wheels. Why not go ahead and save that about 12 grand there's what you're saving at $31,995. Super short truck, local one owner trade-in right here. So there's a very nice truck as we move on to our next. Let me tell you, that's a four-wheel drive. If you always are looking for lift trucks or hot rods, this is the place to be. We carry them all the time. Here's another car we traded for, and I told you earlier, we trade for anything and we keep everything. This is a 2010 Infiniti G37. Super nice car, silver, black leather, has 60,000 miles on it. So a 2010, it's already 5-year-old with only 60,000. They didn't put a lot of miles on it. Most people put about 18,000 miles a year on it. So it's actually low miles for the year, but here's where I'm going to get your attention. You're not going to ride around in any kind of car with this kind of class, with this ride and drive for $19,995. That's right, $19,995 for a 2010 Infiniti G37. So we move on to our next car. That's a super nice car that's traded in that won't last long at that kind of money, that kind of ride and drive for under 20 grand. What about this beautiful Sunset Orange Fusion? This is a 2014, and this is not a base car, this is an SE model. Okay, this is a $27,000 car. I've got them right over here. This is a 3,000 mile car. 3,000 mile car for $22,995. Don't compare apples for apples and get that newspaper. So, oh, they got a new one here. They've got a base car with hubcaps with no equipment. This is a loaded up car right here with only 3,000 miles on it for $22,995. So as I always preach to you, compare apples for apples. Super nice car, and you can't find this kind of car for this kind of equipment for $22,995. So as we take that car out, let me stress to you today, as we're concluding, winding down, and we're not going to bring you any more cars today, let me make mention to you that I've stressed to you, not only that we all go to the same auctions, we all got the same cars, here's where we're going to win at. Number one, we're not going to bring you in here and I call it city slicking and keep you all day at our dealership. We're going to get you in here and get you in and out as quick as possible. The longest you might be here is a couple hours. That's not our fault. We submit a deal, finance companies look at it, we do the best we can to get you the best interest rate, the best, cheapest payment we can do for you. We get that done, we get you in and get you out. Full of tank, full of fuel, your car's going to be clean, and you're going to be 100% satisfied. If you're not, see me. I'm going to make sure, okay? We're not after everybody's business. We can't afford everybody's business because we're not that big. We're small guys in a small town. We're only interested in yours. We want to save you money. And the way I'm going to save you money is I was saying we all go to these same auctions. We all do this, we all do that. Here's where we win. On our trade-ins. We beat you on our trade-in, okay? We know what the cars are worth. We've got different lots that we send them to. We ship cars overseas. We ship cars in every direction. We know what your trade-in's worth. So where we're going to beat them at is we're going to beat them on a trade-in value. So all I'm asking you to is give us a shot. That's all I'm asking. I just want the opportunity. I promise you, if we get the opportunity, I believe you're going to be a customer for life. Here's what you got to remember. And you heard it from your mom, from your dad, your grandparents, it doesn't matter what age it is, we always carry them. If you remember, eggs are always cheaper in the country. So remember that next time you go car shopping, come to the country. And let me make mention, I want to give a plug here for May the 2nd and 3rd for our 10th annual fan days. When Mark Martin and Lance Landers started the Mark Martin Automotive Group, we started a fan days, and he would bring different race car drivers every year to sign autographs. And we would do that every year on Easter. Normally it was around Easter weekend because they'd be in Talladega and they'd fly it. We've had almost everybody there is in NASCAR to come here. Unbelievable in small town Batesville, Arkansas. But people come, we've turned it into a festive weekend. We have a lot of fun. We don't care about selling cars. We're interested in just having fun that weekend. So that's going to be May the 2nd and 3rd. And if you look on our website, you'll see there's lots of activities going on, mainly for kids. We'll have Ferris wheel, amusement rides, all kinds of rides for kids. But let me make mention to you, I want you to come here May the 2nd, 3rd, whether you're shopping for a car or if you're interested in a car. I just want you to come, because let me tell you this, you're going to have a good time. If you've got kids, we'll have bounce houses for kids. We'll have all kinds of fun and games for kids. Not only that, we'll be here. Danica Patrick, that's right. Buddy Baker's going to be here that day signing autographs, but Danica Patrick will be here that day, where it's the rare opportunity to get up and close and personal with her. It's very rare to get to do that. So Danica Patrick will be here on that Saturday. All the times is on our website. You go to www.markmartinautomotive.com, click over to the Ford website. It'll be here at the Ford store. So all the information is going to be on the Ford store that weekend. So mark your calendars, May the 2nd and 3rd. We're not worried about selling you a car. If you just bought one, it doesn't matter. We want you to come see us that weekend. But next time you go car shopping, the main thing I want you to do is just go to markmartinautomotive.com and shop on the web before you buy, or give one of our stores a call. And I promise you this, you'll be a customer for life, because eggs are cheaper in the country. Thanks again from markmartinautomotive.com.